Welcome. My name is Hal Case, and I am the storyteller of a long-running World of Darkness game of Werewolf the Apocalypse and Mage the Ascension, called the Awakening Chronicle. This recording is an experiment, a little slice of our ongoing game focusing on one player character and one of her allies. We are exploring different options for how to play this chronicle in different ways, and this recording, the first in a series, is an experiment in using and recording our game in Roll20. We will refine our recording techniques, equipment, and technology of choice as the series progresses. It is our hope that you will enjoy this session. If you like what you hear, please like and subscribe and comment to let us know if you'd like to see more of these characters, as well as lore videos about the World of Darkness and our own version of that setting. Tonight, Aaron Yuro-Smith and I will play a mini-chapter from the Awakening Chronicle, a solo sequence starring his character Iron Rain and her NPC ally Eel, as they attempt to take care of a reoccurring problem. And now, on with this chapter of the Awakening Chronicle, Shock the Monkey.
So for the folks at home, as it were.
Iron Rain is the deed name for my werewolf character, Candace. She's a Glass Walker Philodox, born Hamid. She is also a lawyer, an eco-terrorist, and above all, she's a sniper. Right now, she's currently the leader of her pack, the St. Elmo's Fire, as well as the leader of a Mage and Werewolf coalition called the Eye of the Storm.
That's right. And
it's pretty good.
That's a quick summary. Yeah, that's good. Now, so that lawyer, eco-terrorist, sniper is an interesting career path. And we're going to see a little bit of how that plays out today. We also will be seeing Candace's, Iron Rain's most common collaborators, and one of her most frightening partners in terms of the way they get things done together would be Eel, also known as Linda Lee, who is a Kinfolk of Elder Brother, born to the Black Spiral Dancers, but an adopted Elder Brother, and is a mage. And if that all weren't complicated enough, she happens to be a dream speaker and a virtual adept. She is the voice in your headset and the digital face on your phone, who is helping you get where you need to be and make the bad men fall down. And so that is kind of who we will have as kind of our main duo today. So now let's talk about werewolves a little bit. Now, we are in the city of Los Angeles. It is the year 2011. The Eye of the Storm, their headquarters, is under construction. It is the Linda Vista Hospital, abandoned sanitarium and medical facility just across the Los Angeles River from downtown, just approaching East LA, 1 block from the LA River, just outside of downtown. And Candace has been preparing alongside Eel for several weeks to deal with a problem that she's noticed in city government that can be easily dealt with by conventional means. Now, how for today would we first be seeing her at Linda Vista, or would we be seeing her in C2 downtown initially?
If she's going to be taking the action today, she would have been there since the previous night, because she would have set up the sniper perch.
Great. So let's roll back to the previous night a little bit.
Anything would be the day before.
Okay, then let's hit the day before to get this rolling. And for today, we're beginning story 10, chapter 5, Blue Book, Shock the Monkey. So tell me, I'll actually roll you over here 1 second to give you a view of a little bit of downtown and the area that is your target point. She is heading for the LA Civic Center is where the target point is going to be. Right downtown. Right by City Hall, because her target is none other than Michael Marzetti. And if you know Los Angeles politics in the World of Darkness in 2011, you might have a pretty good idea who Michael Marzetti is. You can see him marked as our favorite here on this page. He is the president of the Los Angeles City Council. He's not the mayor, but his office is in the same building. And he has a long history in real estate and development in the area. He was a big part of the redevelopment of Hollywood, for example, and the gentrification downtown And word has it that he's been making out like a bandit with the reconstruction happening around U.S. Bank Tower lately, with all the destruction that happened last October. He also is sitting on the LA City Council as its president at this time. So you see here a center view of the City Hall itself. On the left, you see in the bottom right, you have a kind of aerial views of the area surrounding it. The circled point there across it, the graffiti pit, also known as the Death Clock Home for Wayward Kitties, is an abandoned site where there used to be a building, and now all that's left is the footings and the underground archives and eventually front of underground parking. The building is abandoned. The parking is not entire, but it goes down far deeper than is used and is connected to the tunnels under LA, the old red car tunnels that predate even the modern subway. And the Eye has noted this point is a unusual occasion. This was once a county archive where they have personally met the city parent of Los Angeles, La Reina de Los Angeles. The theory is going that this might be a potential site for a cairn in downtown, but it's across from City Hall and right next to the under construction Grand Park. 2011 here is not yet completed; it is still underway. And so you can see here the view from the graffiti pit over to City Hall, just next door. So I've got this in place, and also with the intel. Actually, I will jump into that in character a little bit here. So Candace is in the area now. Has she selected her specific sniper point yet, or is she now preparing to do so?
Just to be clear, her office is his office is on this east side with where the arrow's pointing, or is that what room is that?
He's in the building. I will get into that, and we'll jump in character to set some of this up. So you're now in the civic center area. You're preparing to set up. You're in downtown, and are you in your? I believe it was a Mercedes.
Yes, it's a Mercedes. Yes.
Okay. And not far away, parked nearby, where you are at the moment, is a large green van. Its windows are covered at the moment. One of your pack mates is behind the wheel. And back inside the bowels of that van is Eel, ensconced among her computers and equipment. And you see what isn't quite her face on your phone. She's communicating across to you. She's actually in the digital web right now. And there's a face that looks like a pale, achingly beautiful woman made of perhaps porcelain or some kind of glossy white ceramic, but it's actually looks to be robotic, with eyes like optics like diamonds and seams where her cheeks meet the muscles. A jaw that opens literally ear to ear and is filled with chrome fangs. And there's a soft susurrating sound, like a background music almost. It sounds like could be most easily described as digital damned souls, playing very softly in the background. And her face is close to the screen, so you can't see a lot else around her. Although you can make out the faint light of panels of what look like floating screens that aren't connected to anything in her vicinity. Some of them are blocked out by the cybernetic wings that this digital icon is wearing. And this unusual being speaks in a voice that is distinctly southern, but whispery. And she indicates on this map that's come up on your little screen here. It shows the city hall, and you see the highlight there. It says, "See this right here, sugar. The yellow markings. That's the third floor. Marzetti's office is on the third floor, facing the southeast side, facing you right here on this screen. Trick thing is, it's facing the inner courtyard. It's not to the outside of the building. The building's a donut with a tower in the middle. Marzetti's about the middle of that bottom of that cross there on the third floor. You could maybe hit him from that building across the street, but that angle's be awful tough, sugar. You might have a much cleaner, much closer shot from the top of that ring right across from him."
Just thinking the same thing, Neil. It's gonna be rough to camp there all day and not get spotted, but my camouflage is gonna be Solid. I need him. Do we know if we can find a position that he's going to be in for at least 3 to 5 minutes? That's all I need to line up a shot. But I need 3 to 5 minutes. Is he going to be in his office for an extended period of time? Do we know that by a schedule? Were you able to get that?
Well, I've been checking the schedule. There's a couple things we could work with, maybe. And some of them are funnier than others. What I do want to say is he does a press conference.
I love your sense of humor. He also tell me.
Well, you see, just down the hall right there, toward the middle, right where it meets the main building, on that same side, that there is a conference room. That's where they do their press briefings after city council meetings. That's where they talk to the press. And that window faces the same way. He'd be facing the window, his back to the inside. So if you want to make this real subtle, like, you could tag him right while his camera's pointing at him.
That would be funny. If he changes, that could also cause problems.
Yes, yes, that could. That's why I said it would be funny.
It would be funny.
But it might ruin him for.
I assume the delirium will affect anybody in there.
Do we even know if he causes delirium?
We don't. I assume, but
he probably does.
When you make an assumption,
he probably does.
You an assumption.
Yeah, but we ain't tested that hypothesis, have we?
No, we have not.
But like I said, he's got city council meeting. If you want it, you can get the shot, and he'll be there for probably 10 minutes, just stand in one spot.
Honestly, a city council meeting might be good too, because anybody in that room is not going to be able to speak to anything if the delirium does exist.
The one problem with the city council meeting is it's dead center of the building. No exterior walls, so no exterior windows. You'd have to get in the room.
No. I'm not going to go one-on-one with whatever the hell he's called.
Aaron.
Did we find that out, or are we still, or is that still up in the air?
Yeah. No, we actually have found that one out because it was in the files that we were able to locate because DP115 said it. So the Procyon did have that information.
Okay.
But yeah, so if you wanted to get him in city council, you'd have to go in the building. There ain't no sight lines from outside.
Anna said she was willing to go in with me, but I just don't think that's a good idea. The two of us could probably take him, but I just don't think it's a good idea to have a full-on gun battle in the middle of City Hall. Well, I think a two-shotter would probably be much better. So the press room is probably the best bet.
Unless you want me to teleport a couple grenades into the room, but that's a lot different. Than
funny, but we're not trying to kill the entire city council. We're not trying to kill the entire city council. Like, it would be funny. But, as I said, I love your sense of humor. But, I mean, we have no proof that everybody on the city council is an entire piece of shit. Collateral damage for a group of these guys, I'd probably be all right with. But for one, even one as powerful as him, I'd rather just take the shot.
I think you're right.
But let's leave that open.
We'll just stick it down in our back pocket.
Although, absolutely. And, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's actually set a bomb in his car. So if he does get away from me, he's not getting far.
Okay. Let's see here. We do have a couple options. We did loot some artillery from some of them Nazis up in Malibu County. Got a preference?
I mean, the C4
We got some
just
C4.
seems like
We got some grenades.
C4 seems the easiest, just because we can remote detonate rather than like having a car bomb, proper car bomb. We can just put a remote detonator on there and just click it. Actually, we don't even need to click it. We can set it up so it has a like a geotag, and you can set it off from anywhere in the world.
Sugar, I could set off from outside the world.
Yes, you could. I mean, you're outside the world right now.
So we'll have that for let's say a contingency.
Absolutely, contingency.
Yeah,
I
might make that happen.
I want to watch him bleed. But
I hear you, Sugar.
But if he survives, if he survives, I want him blown up.
I still want to know how he got that Pharaoh guy to take the fall for him.
That's a really good question.
Because that fella he looked kind of like him. He didn't look that much like him.
No, he did not.
How he fooled
and you
a
know,
spider assassin to get the wrong man. Annabelle's still
I'm hoping
pissed
he doesn't
about
do
that.
something similar. I'm sure she is.
I heard about it just the other week from her.
Yeah, so I think having the bomb contingency is a good idea in case he pulls some shit like that again.
I'll set it up, Sugar. You don't worry your little head none about it. I got it.
All right. Well, if you need me to plant the bomb, I can do that. Or no, that's right. Gabriel's still out of town, isn't he?
He is, but you know what? I'm gonna send a text message to IED. See if I can set something up for it. I'll pick it up from her tonight, and I'll make sure that I know what her. I'll give her a little holler, see what she has to say, and she'll get it to me, and I'll deliver the package. But I'll do it after he's in the office, so there ain't nobody checking while he drives in. Ain't no accidents. I'll make sure he's not in the car anymore when it gets planted. He's already at his desk.
If you need to offer, you can offer a small favor in exchange for the bomb. I think she'll probably be okay with blowing up this piece of crap, but but if she wants something, let her know that an equal favor I'm willing to offer.
I'll hit her up, let her know. You know, we might have her leash, but little chimneys don't hurt no feelings, right?
Nope, not at all.
All right. So, Farrah, Marzetti, he'll probably be in his office before that meeting. I know he's got some glad hand, and just a little bit before that he'll be moving around a little bit. I think earlier in the day, and then be heading up for the meeting. He'll swing by his office for a little bit. If you want to get him before the meeting, you'll probably have maybe a 5-10 minute window at most of him in there. Looked at what his schedule looked like. After the City Hall meeting, he's going to come out. He's going to talk to the press for a minute. It looked like about a 20-minute press conference, maybe. Then he's going to be in his office. It's blocked out, the time. He don't have no meetings in there. I'm guessing he's making calls or something. I don't know what he'll be doing, but he'll be in there. He's blocked in to be in there for about 30 minutes after that press conference gets in, before he's got anything else he's got to do.
Okay.
So if you can't get him in that media room, you might could set up and get him in the office.
I'm not going to be able to move. I need to, because that entire walkway is visible from like 180 degrees. So I need to pick a location and stick with it.
All right.
But it sounds like I have two opportunities from his office and not necessarily a clear shot from the press room. Because I don't know what the angle of attack's going to be, but more than likely I'll have some sort of shot from his office.
You know what, Sugar? I got you here.
I'd
I'm
love to
sending
kill him
phone
for-
right now.
Okay.
Send your phone right now. I got some shots of what that conference room, of what that media room looks like. Because there's plenty of photos in there. It's where they do their photo ops.
Okay.
And if you look up here, see it's right that meeting's it's right where that south cross meets the main building. Right at that last window. Like there's two windows right there on that third floor.
Yep.
Those two windows go to that meeting room. And then down the hall, other end of that same building, there's two more windows that go into his office. The third floor. And if you look across there, that outer ring is 5 stories tall. So it's about 2 stories down, but with the distance there, you could get the shot. It'd be cleaner if you was across maybe the third or fourth floor on the other side of the building instead of on top of it. Might be cleaner, but then you're in the building.
Yeah,
shooting across the woods.
That's its own headache. We have no guarantee of. We'd have to scout the building. That would take weeks because we'd have to find an office that was empty, and yeah, that's
right. So your best
I don't
bet,
love that idea.
Yeah. So your best bet is from the roof right across. You're 2 stories up across a pretty wide courtyard down to that there window.
Okay. So and that's the media room, right?
That's the media room. It's right at the end, right where the
okay.
Right, the office is on one end of that building. The media room's on the other. But they're both on the third floor. They're both facing that same courtyard. On the southeast corner of that building.
Okay.
I got the yellow lines there. The third floor. That's the third floor all the way around. But he's on the inside courtyard.
So it's a dirtier shot for the media room, but the but probably an easier target.
Right, because he'll be standing up in the middle. He'll be standing up, not at his desk. And he'll be facing you.
And because
when
I
it
have
comes in the window.
A better angle.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So it's a smaller time frame to possibly hit him, but I think you're right. I think the media room is probably a better idea. I may have to employ some of my abilities to destroy those cameras.
I could work on that some with you too.
Something.
Yeah.
We'll figure out.
We both got toys. We can
because we definitely don't want. I want him shot, but if he transforms, then that's going to cause. It's going to be on film, and that. I mean, if we can get him shot on camera and he just dies, awesome. That'll work great. But if he doesn't, then yeah, he's gonna. It's him shifting on camera is going to be on camera. Fortunately, he's not important enough to be live, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue.
You know, we could always EMP the room after we hit him.
Do you have an EMP device? Because that's not something you never told me.
Sugar.
Of course, you have an EMP device. Just
every piece of tech in that room is an EMP device, as far as I'm concerned.
I can dig it.
If that's what you want, I can make it happen. But that could raise a lot more questions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Why is an EMP being set off in City Hall while the city council president has been shot? That's and plus it's a terrorist act, and we definitely don't need Homeland Security in here. If we can prevent that, let's prevent that. I mean,
are you telling me you don't follow up after that thing up, Oregon? Is that what you're telling me?
We just the thing up in Oregon. I mean, we were gone. We were gone. Just like like Homeland can look all they want. We're nowhere near there.
You and me, we was never on the ground.
No, we were not. And I
All right.
highly doubt they're going to find any traces of our hacking. So.
So if we don't want to do
so media
what do you want to do about them? This is your op, boss.
I will. As soon as I'll actually shut the fucking cameras off.
Or get the lights.
Let's turn them off. I mean, that should be easy enough. I could what?
Or the lights.
The lights.
Now your idea is better. Your idea is better. It's daytime.
I mean, the lights could work, but it's going to be middle of the afternoon. I don't think it's going to cut that much light. It would be more of a shadow on the camera if it picks it up. I could just shut the power off for the whole building, but I don't know if all the cameras in there are going to be running off the power from the building. Some of them might be running off battery. But that means I have to actually target each individual camera all at once. That could be a bigger problem.
You know what, Candace? Give me an intelligence plus occult. If you don't have occult, give me rituals at +1 difficulty.
Okay. I don't have occult, so that'd be 2, and I think I have 5 in intelligence now. I think that was my last increase, if I remember correctly.
Actually, I'll say difficulty 8, because it would have been 7 with the other one. Actually, you know what? I'll go 7. Difficulty 7.
Okay. And we got 7. Nice. So
4 successes.
I don't have any. I do have a specialty in intelligence.
Yes, you got a 1, but you got 2 10s. So it's actually 5 successes.
Yeah.
Okay. So Iron Rain remembers something. When they encountered Marzetti before at Willow Studios, when he had the pack of Procyon attack dogs with him, while they were covering his retreat, ID went after him, but when he escaped her and fled, you remember discussing with the pack and looking at Eel's scan logs. And it looked to you like after he got off the building, he vanished into the Umbra. So if you don't get a clean shot,
which, if I recall correctly, he could step sideways.
Right. So if you don't get a clean kill on him, rather than turning into an 8, he might go into the Umbra and retreat that way.
Well, I can go right behind him, and honestly, that'll make it a lot cleaner of a fight. So, but if I recall correctly, not every Procyon can actually step sideways, right? So it's unusual.
Well, he's not a Procyon. He's a Yeren.
Oh.
The thing that you remember about the Procyons that was unusual about them, their property that was unusual for stepping sideways, was that they found it easier to step sideways in areas of technology, in cities. So areas of thick gauntlet, it's easier for them. You guys thought you had locked off the Umbra from DP-115, and he slipped through like it was nothing. And then you guys had a hard time chasing him. You don't know, but Marzetti might have the same thing.
Okay.
And this is downtown LA.
I imagine would be pretty high. Yeah.
Yeah, this is downtown LA City Hall.
City Hall. Yeah.
So the gauntlet's going to be pretty thick in there. So if you don't know, it might be the case that he might have an advantage of sideways over you.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, but you haven't been able to put that hypothesis to the test. You've only aware of him stepping once, and none of you were eyewitnesses to it. It was on Eagle scan logs that he did it. Because nobody had visual on him. Because he had already just escaped from IED while she was frenzying.
Right. Well, I mean, stepping sideways on camera would be just as bad.
Like, might duck behind the lectern and vanish or something, you don't know. But it's something to be aware that could be a possibility.
Yep.
Not great for him, but it's better than a bullet in the head.
Fair enough. I mean, his career would be done either way, but the
now, Sugar, what
may be up to the technocracy.
What a crying shame that'd be.
Oh, I know. He can't be the president of the city council anymore. Oh, darn.
So sad.
All right.
So across from that roof, there's air conditioned units up there. It's not a public space. The top of that there ring roof there.
Nope.
So you're gonna have to get through the locks and all that. You're gonna have to get someplace where there ain't no security guards watching you.
Yeah. That's I'm gonna go at night. I'll go at night and set up a sniper perch, and we'll set up a sniper's blind as well. And if I build it well enough, nobody should notice me.
So this is out of character to you. What would you be using to make snipe blind?
So given the way it looks like, I would think probably a tarp, white, and then I would probably end up covering a lot of that with rocks, and it should stand up to casual discretion, and depending on how well I roll, it probably even better than that, and depending on where I position myself. But it's definitely gonna have to be a roll.
Yeah, this would have to be a roll.
For how well it's camouflaged.
That roof there, it does have a lip around the outside, like a little bit of a breastwork.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just corner of the wall and off the edge. There's actually a raised kind of a ledge around it. But it looks from the pictures I've looked at, you don't have a ton of close-up shots of the roof of City Hall, but those white areas there look like what they are is that kind of white, kind of gravel surface you have on a lot of roofs downtown.
Yeah, that's what I figured it was. So, I figured a white tarp with covering the rocks of the tarp, and then hiding underneath the tarp would actually make me pretty invisible from the casual observer. I mean, anybody who's really, really looking would notice the bump, but the casual observer would just look right over it, I would imagine.
Maybe against an air conditioning unit or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming there's something like that. It looks like there is actually an air conditioning unit right by that, from a decent angle that I could actually get to.
Yeah. And so, do you have any particular things you need from her before you do your step? In terms of specific piece of intel,
you know what?
I
would love if she could cast a spell on me to make my ammunition do aggravated damage.
That ain't no thing. I'll do that tonight, no problem. Okay.
Thanks so much, Eel. You are the best. You know that, right? I know you know that. You know that.
Sugar, if I weren't the best, I'd already be dead by now.
Wouldn't we all? And I mean that specifically to you. I'm good. But if you weren't the best, we'd all be dead.
Oh, Sugar, you know how to flatter, girl.
Of course I do. All right.
Okay. So she's going to make an RTA roll.
Yeah.
And so she's prime enchanting some ammo for you. How many shots you need?
I would say, let's go with probably no more than 4. I would think, because honestly, if I'm not killing him in the first 2, then I need to move. But having a couple extras just in case, probably a good idea.
Alrighty. Because each of those costs are a point of quintessence. That's why I was wondering.
Oh, okay. So then 2's fine. Just 2.
All right, cool.
Fine. I don't want her to spend that much quintessence. So just 1 shot to drop him, and if he survives it, then we'll take the 2nd shot. But other than
Get
that,
the double tap.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so she had enough successes for the effect on the first casting. She's going to do a 2nd to get duration. We're using divided successes here, so. Okay, that's plenty. All right, so she actually got a total of 8 successes. Actually, no, there's a couple ones in there. Total of 6 successes on 2 rolls. So that's plenty to get what you need. So 2 of those 50 caliber.
Yep.
Rounds
I'll
are
put
enchanted.
them right at the top of my clip, but it will be a full clip. So.
Okay. You know what? She was actually able to bake in with Matter 2, because it's a Prime 2 effect. Prime 2, Matter 2. With that many successes, she was actually able to bake in a little bit of entropy as well to lower the difficulty to do. You're lowering your damage difficulty by 1.
Okay. A damage difficulty by 1. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Still got to hit him.
Yes. But I am good. Just assuming this dice roller will be my friend.
We will see.
Yeah.
All right.
But okay. I assume I need to roll for the blind, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. So let's roll to construct that. That would be, I would say, that would be to get it built in place. You're first going to need to get there. Now, with your level of resources, the materials are no problem to acquire. So no roll is necessary there, but you got to get on site first. Now you're going in there what time that night?
I would say, you know what? What time is guard shift change? I assume that she would know that.
Yeah, I would say that would be about probably about 3 shifts in the night, so probably about 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock?
Probably like 10 and 2.
And the majority of people would have gone 10 and 2. Okay, 2 is probably better than that. So let's do 2. And because even the workaholics would have gone home by 2 at that point. So it'd basically just be security. It would just be security. Well, I mean, at 10 o'clock, you can't guarantee all the workaholics have left. but the 2, usually by 2, they're going to be gone.
Well, Sugar, the only ones left at that point is going to be the vampires.
So yeah, should just be security at 2. Which there's no guarantee there aren't any of those in there. But they're not my problem right now.
For the days where nobody's
most
problem.
Of them out of the city, so.
Oh, I don't the ones we got.
I would love
the
that
ones
too, but that's easier said than done.
All right, so you're gonna need to get in there.
So.
All right, so we're gonna need a I would say an extended roll of actually a first we're gonna want a roll of dexterity plus stealth to get to make it right. Then you're also going to need to get access to the building. So you're going to need to do without being caught. So I'm looking at probably wits plus larceny, or if you get the security ability, you can use that for -1 difficulty.
I got larceny. So wits is not my best score though. But I do have a I could activate the plug and play, and that should help with that. Anything on that end.
Okay, since we're abstracting it, I will say plug and play will lower your difficulty by 2.
Okay.
Since we're not going to be playing out the entire
just for the
Mission
roll.
Impossible getting into the building.
Yeah.
Okay,
but we need the Dex stealth roll first, right? So
Dex stealth first to get to the place, then wits and larceny to get in.
Okay.
That's to get on site.
So 8 dice.
And the Dex stealth will be difficulty 7, because this area is pretty heavily surveilled.
7.
Yeah, this area is heavily surveilled, so it'll be difficult 7.
Oof, 0 successes.
Oh, 0 successes. Well, I'm going to give you an option then. Either Candace has to loop back around and make another try at the next shift, or you can get in with a consequence.
I need to spend hours here. I'll try and loop back around.
Okay.
Somebody
saw movement.
Probably not going to be the best.
Okay.
Somebody saw movement.
So somebody saw movement. You were, and it was too. There was, it was too much. The heat was a little too hot for that particular run, so you had to loop around and look for a better spot and better time to get in. Looks like you picked the wrong entrance, basically, at the wrong time. Okay. So we'll raise the difficulty by 1.
One more. I'm guessing higher difficulty.
Yeah, I'm going to raise the difficulty by 1 for the second wave to get in, because there's been a report of something funny. So you guys are a little.
I'll burn a will too.
The next shift is a little edgy now.
Botch.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna burn a will so I don't botch.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, so you get into you reach the building and you get in. Now let's see if you can navigate the security systems to not get caught on the security itself during your access. So that's wits.
Not a whole lot of dice on this roll.
It's wits and larceny.
Larceny, but with reduced difficulty, you said. So
yeah, -2 difficulty because you're rolling difficulty 5.
5.
Yeah, because you've got plug and play. So you can see the reason it's wits is because you got to do it fast. Because you got to do it before the guy comes around the corner.
Wits has never been my strong suit.
Yeah, you don't have time to really finagle this one.
So yeah, 2 successes.
Okay, so you get access to the dimly lit halls of that exterior wing of City Hall. It is cavernous in there. There's marble everywhere. It echoes. There are running lights in various places. Most of the building is dark, so it alternates between kind of cavernous blackness and pins of light, which together can make it a little disorienting to move through it.
Right. Emergency lighting, right?
Right. And you occasionally see the sway light of a mag light from a security guard. So now to navigate this echoing space to get through the building, I'm going to call for another dexterity plus stealth. This one's going to be difficult because of all the echoes. between the lights, between the dark helping you, but the echoes and the environment not being conducive, I'm going to even it out at difficulty 7.
Okay.
So you're going to want to collect, it might require multiple rolls. You're going to want to collect 3 successes to get it. Yeah.
Okay. That's one success for me because I do have a specialty. Yeah.
You do. So what I was going to say is that I think this is extended roll because it's kind of like a success per floor of the building. Kind of is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, totally.
So you've made it to the 2nd floor, and there are 5 floors to the roof. So once if you can collect 5 successes, you're there. But after the next roll, you're going to need to make another roll against the security systems to not get picked up on cameras, etc. Let's roll another.
Fuck me. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4 minus 2. So it's 2 successes. So that's 3.
Okay. So that was for that was to beat the security.
So that was to the 2nd floor, if I'm not mistaken, right?
So you get to the 3rd floor safely then, because you reach the 2nd, then you get 2 more. So you're up at the 4th floor. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you only need 1 more success of stealth to get to the top, but before you do that, another wits plus larceny. But again, still only difficulty 5. Not your best pool, but the difficulty is not bad.
2 successes.
Okay. You beat that as well. So 1 more to get safely to the roof. Actually, it's 2 more because that 5th success, because the roof is, over the 5th floor.
3. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 minus 2 is 2. So that would give me 2 successes.
Okay, that does it.
So that would get me 5 total.
Okay, so you have reached the roof of Los Angeles City Hall without drawing any further attention to yourself. It is June, so fortunately this is LA, so it's not too hot at this time of night. So you're not going to be dying under that tarp, although the morning might be tough. But she's a sniper, she's used to it. Right. So now, you're going to need to go and set up your nest. And for that, I'm thinking, let's see here. You don't have any crafts, but you do have larceny. That'll do the jump. So I would say intelligence plus larceny. To set up that nest.
So that's 7 dice.
Yeah, difficulty, I would say difficulty, given the setting, difficulty 6.
6.
So that's not going to be too hard at your dice pool.
5 successes.
That'll do it. Those dice are beautiful. Yeah, so that thing will probably do you pretty well for now. All right, so now let me know what's your loadout? What have you brought in with you?
Oh, Diana and Hermione, as well as my full on jumpsuit. So both dedicated weapons. Both of them also have the mirrors installed, and the jumpsuit obviously obscures my identity pretty much entirely.
Mm-hmm. So balaclava, black catsuit. You got the Barrett and the pistol.
It's actually a discretion. The Hermione is a 45 discretion.
That's right. Yes, I'm double checking that now. I love all of your gear is named. Yeah, with the suppressor.
Yes. But the including in the sniper rifle, I don't want them to realize where I am immediately. So
Okay.
I
See that big,
want at
big
least
thing
a
with the
little bit of time to
baffles on
escape.
it. Okay. All right. So now another thing I'd like you to do, because this is a little bit of a tricky setup spot in preparation, if you can give me a perception plus firearms roll to get your
At least
your thing set up in the, kind of the best spot you can pick out.
Yep. Oh, that's not that bad. 5,
And also that's difficulty 7.
8.
Because it's a little bit of a tricky setup. You're on the roof of the 5th floor trying to get a guy through the 3rd floor window.
Yep, and there's the lip and all that. I need a good firing spot where I'm not going to be seen. So yeah,
Right.
And still observe
that
what's going on. So yeah.
Right, and that courtyard's wide, but not that wide, so you kind of got a bit of an angle to work with. It's a little bit of a tricky shot to get set up. So you want to make sure you get your blind set up in a. Okay. So that's. Okay, so you've got to spot 1 success to find a location for that. Okay, and then you 5 to set up your blind.
Dice rollers hate me.
Okay.
They really do. Dice rollers hate me. They really do.
Yeah. They do. You like the real ones.
Well, they work better for me. They just do. I mean, I've done okay tonight, but I definitely haven't done well. One success. So I have a shot. It just may not be the best shot.
It'll be a shot, though. And that's what you need. And with your dice pool, you have...
Wish I'd gotten a 10 on that one.
Yeah, you've got the dice pools of a 200 experience point character, so... Rank 4.
Almost 300 at this point, I think.
It looks like you're sitting at 208.
Oh, I thought we had more than that. All right. Still, it's a lot.
That's still a bucket of XP.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So I have a shot. Maybe not the best shot.
Okay. So you are set up. So with that 5 successes set up with the blind, you're gonna make it through the night. Nobody's gonna bother you that evening. It's 2 a.m. when you get set up?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Let's see. And you're waiting for the city council meeting to end. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's 11 in the morning. So you're looking at a 9-hour wait. I'm presuming you're gonna get some sleep in.
That's about what I expected.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't want my aim to be off. So if I can sleep, I will. But it'll probably be only a couple hours, but better
cat napping
hours than none at all.
Yeah, before the sun comes up. Okay. So if you could do me a favor, given that you're set up there under that tarp, you can give me a, not dexterity, but let's see, keeping very still and quiet. I'm going to say stamina plus stealth.
Okay.
There, and given it's warm under a black tarp in June on a rooftop.
I would imagine I would be in Glabro because I do all my assassinations in Glabro. So
that's a good idea.
Even sleeping,
especially because that's probably gonna be difficulty. Especially that's probably gonna be difficulty 8 because that's hot in there.
So,
under that tarp.
7, and you said and stealth?
Stamina plus stealth.
Stamina and stealth.
Yeah, but you do get the Glabro benefit.
So that's
which is plus 2 stamina.
Yeah. So So that's 10 dice. And you said difficulty 8?
Yeah.
Don't kill me. Oh, you killed me. I didn't get a single fucking success.
Okay. So what that means in this context, now you have two options. I'm going to give you two options. Either, because it's a failure, either you get spotted during that time.
It's a botch. It's a botch.
Oh, it's a botch. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even get it. Single success.
I glanced at it, missed the botch. Let's see. Oh, that is a botch. All right. In that case, it is a couple minutes after 11. You've been under this thing for hours. Because you're underneath it, your breath has been, that kind of like how it kind of steams a little bit. You're getting condensation on the inside of this thing. The outside is probably 80 degrees, 85 degrees, some humidity. But underneath it, you're going to be over 100 in there. That thing's getting heavier. You want out. Matter of fact, give me a rage roll. On the plus side, you gain a point of rage.
Okay.
Which can take you above your maximum. Can take you above your maximum. You roll your current rage, which you will be full.
Okay.
So you'll roll your normal rage plus 1.
So, my rage wasn't full though. Actually, it probably would have been because it's been a while.
It's been 2 weeks since your last action. You're just full.
Yeah. So yeah.
And your rage isn't that high.
So 5 then, and no. So 5 dice. Difficulty.
And it is now. Look like you're looking at a. That's gonna be a half moon. So it's your cycle. So that's a -1 difficulty to it.
Fun.
You're looking at difficulty 5.
Oof.
Because that's your moon cycle.
4 successes.
Okay. So you're down there underneath. You're getting hotter and hotter. You're getting set up waiting for him to come in the room. You notice that your sights are fogging up. There's dripping from sweat down your face, and your shooting glasses are starting to slip on your nose. And he hasn't come in the room yet. He's going to be here any minute now. The tension is rising. Your breathing is getting shorter and shorter. You're actually starting to pant. Then you hear behind you a crunch of a footstep around the AC unit. And your voice. Apparently somebody heard your panting of your breathing and sees the kind of going on at this point. Hear what's that? And with all this other stuff that's just been piling on top of this day, and this guy's not there yet, it's taking forever, your rage is just too hot. And you can spend a willpower to put off the frenzy for a turn. But each turn you put it off will cost a point of willpower. And
he's
there's
not
somebody.
in the room?
he has not yet come into into your line of fire yet. You've been informed. Evil told you he's coming, but can't see him yet. And there's somebody on the roof behind you, probably a security guard, a maintenance guy. And straw the books of candles back. Your rage is flaring. You have a quick decision. You can either spend your willpower and hope for the best, or take some action, or you can frenzy and let the chips fall.
Well, I'm gonna frenzy either way. There's no way to stop that. But I'm going to spend the willpower.
Actually, you know what? Oh, yeah, that is still a frenzy, because I was going to say, hey, actually, I forgot to take your rank into account. You have a slight bonus to your roll, but it wasn't enough. That's still bad.
Yeah, no, those are really high dice. Like like I say, difficulty is pretty low for me because it's pretty high for me for frenzying, but but even still, like the 2 9s.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
No
like I said, you're rank 4, so you have +2 difficulty. So it actually would have been a 7, but the 7s are still successes. So yeah, that's still a frenzy.
7s are successes. Yeah.
Yeah, because you got 4 successes on that roll.
So I'm gonna burn a willpower and hope I get at least one shot.
Okay. So
I'll burn through most of my willpower if I need to, but
okay.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to do about the fact that there's somebody behind the blind, that's somebody else nearby that has seen the blind? So you're in position. You're waiting for Marzetti to appear.
I am going to ignore it for this one round because when I frenzy, he's probably going to die anyway. Like just I have very little control over that. He's probably going to die. Like let's be real. At the very least, he's going to be full on. He's going to be full on delirium, like panic. He's going to forget I was even there. If he's a security guard, it might be a problem. If he's a maintenance guy, less of one.
Although, if you frenzy, there are kind of 2 possibilities that I'm seeing. This does not feel like a Fox frenzy situation. This is a Berserk frenzy situation.
No. Yes.
Let me try this on for size and see what your thoughts are. Because I'm seeing one of 2 scenarios. One, you've been hunter focused on Marzetti. Either you lose it because this guy is pissing you off, and you go after him, or you try to make the leap across to go through that window and go after him with your claws.
To get to Marzetti? That's a hell of a leap. I don't have
you
much
might
strength.
be able to do
I don't have much strength.
In Krynos, you have +4. In Krynos, you might be able to make
that still gives me 5. That's 5. That's like peak human. That's not really. That's not enough to get there. Like my strength is 1. Normal.
That's right. Although, of course,
there's a reason why I don't actually engage in melee. So there's a reason.
That's fair, because you're kind of a scrawny creature.
That's gonna be a.
Although, if you frenzy, you have the option of going Hispo, and Hispo could probably make that leap as the direwolf.
I'm going to try to take the shot first before I frenzy.
Okay.
Like I want to see if he comes in. I'm going to burn through all my willpower first. So unless this guy like straight up grabs me, and at that which point, because that's going to be the.
It's going to be bad for him.
That's going to be the point where the willpower stops being burned. The willpower stops being burned when he grabs me. So that's it.
All right, I'm going to roll to see what this guy's doing and how alert this guy is to what's really going on. He hears the panting.
Okay.
But what is going on? It's an odd situation. I'm going to roll to see what his response to that is. See how much time he's giving you.
Mm-hmm.
1 second. Making my roll. This guy's wits plus alertness I'm going to give him. Okay, he failed that roll. So he's giving you this turn. All right. And I'm going to see, is Marzetti on site? Okay. As it's happening, is while you're on the edge of frenzy, going into the second turn, where you can spend another willpower. You hear Eel saying, "Candy, you all right? He's coming. He's coming in 3, 2, 1. You got to spend the willpower."
I have spent the willpower. So
Okay.
I think that gives me. I spent
much you
2
have
from this, so I've got 1 left.
Okay.
That's
so you got
1
one
point.
left.
I have 1 point left of willpower.
Okay. That's holding you off from that frenzy for now.
Although I did have 2 weeks, so I may have had 5. I may have had full. I mean, because I
Well,
started.
you spent-
was that like?
Yeah, you'd have 5, but you
I spent 3 so far this session.
Right, you spent 3 already this session, so you're getting tight. All right.
Because I had 7. I have 7 total, but
Yeah.
I started at 4. But you said it's been 2 weeks, so I don't
Yeah.
know if I would have recovered.
You'd be at full. You'd be at full at this point. So you're down to 4.
So then I have 4. I have 4 willpower left.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you are like full on panting at this point. Just you can feel the fur starting to sprout. Where is this guy? And 1 second.
I wanted to aim, but I'm just going to take the shot if I see him. So just like at this point.
You're not going to have time to line up that aim, yeah, and get the extra and get the lower,
Nope.
get the difficulty mod.
It takes 3 rounds for that. So yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay. So while you're like on the edge of hyperventilating with rage, you see Zeddy pass through the space and hit the podium. His hands hit the the edges of the lectern. He's 40-something Italian American, reasonably attractive fellow, but slimy businessman, as you already know from what you know about him.
Mm-hmm.
And he has that signature politician smirk. But as he's starting to take position, he kind of goes, It's almost like he hears something.
He can sense me. Oh, well, I'm taking the shot.
Take your shot.
So as soon as he hits that lectern, just boom, and like burning a willpower. So, and I know I don't have much, but I'm doing it anyway. So like bringing me down to 3, and I'm going to take my shot.
All right, and I'm going to roll his dodge. Because something alerted him somehow.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And so, like,
3 successes.
with the angle, with the situation, I'd say plus difficulty because you're in the edge of a frenzy.
Oh.
And that shot would have been.
Well, I mean, even if you increase by 1, actually, even if you increase by 2, it's still.
The base shot on that. Let's see, the base difficulty in that rifle
is
is
8, 9, 10.
Okay. What's that?
6. So yeah. So it normally would be 6. So like the and I've got an 8, a 9, and a 10, and then a 1.
Got it. With your specialty, so there's a 1 that knocks out the specialty. So that means you got 3. Okay. What's his dodge look like? The lectern would help, but that's an anti-material rifle.
Yeah, no, that's going to shoot right through that. Just like, and anybody else who gets in the way because she was not careful about her shot. So if there's anybody standing in the way of that, it's going through them. So
you got 3 successes. You got him by 1.
I will take.
He got 2 on the dodge.
Okay, so difficulty on this is 5 for damage.
5.
And I didn't get any extra, but that's still 12 damage at difficulty 5.
Yes.
Now, if I don't roll like crap like I've been all day, which I probably will. Here we go. Jesus. Like, I got 1 success. Literally 1.
Oh, holy mackerel. 12 dice.
Like, I'm telling you, dice rollers hate me.
You know what?
I shouldn't have agreed to do this for you.
You know what? Roll rage.
Okay.
And
difficulty?
+1 to your rage again because you just... Because
5 or 6?
6.
6.
It'd be 7. That's 6 dice.
Difficulty
If
7.
you blow this one, you can't hold off the refrenzy any
6
longer.
dice. Fair enough. 3 successes.
Whew. You just under the wire. Just under the wire.
Okay, so I'm gonna burn I'm gonna burn the another willpower and try to take that last shot and hope for the best.
Okay. At this point,
and I'm gonna use regular dice because screw this. Like it's killing me.
You know what?
2.
I'm here for
3,
it.
4, 6, 9, 10. I have exactly 10 dice in front of me. That is perfect. Although I need more. I'll need more for damage. But
Okay. So you hold on a second. So what we need for that is weed initiative.
Okay. Oh yeah. We did.
So give me
wits plus
1
dex
die,
and...
1 die plus wits plus dex.
So 7 plus 7, so 14.
Oh, you lucky wolf! You beat him by 1.
Oh god. Okay.
Okay, so,
all right,
let's do a little setup, and with Eel in your ear going, Candy, what's going on?
I assume I'm not
Take the
able to
shot.
speak at this point.
At this point, it's all you can do just to act. Your shot grazed his shoulder as he went. All right. As he's died,
Okay.
but now he's not a night where you only got 1 success to line up your shot last night. So your first shot was difficulty 7, I believe, after the modifiers.
Yeah. Yep.
We're gonna
This
make
thing does have actual. It has a stand. It actually has a physical stand. So
right.
It shouldn't have been adjusted that much.
Right. That's why I said 7 instead of higher.
Yeah.
Given that he's no longer in that right clean spot anymore, I'm going to call this one difficulty 9. It would be higher, but you can shoot through walls.
Yeah. All right. So
now that
I'm
would
gonna have to burn my second to last willpower.
If you did make it through walls, it would lose some damage dice, but because of the wall structure, but you can hit him. You might depends on how if it's like if you get him by 1, then you're gonna lose some damage dice. If you get him by a margin, then you got him through a window. The difficulty is 9 in the shot. This is going to be one of those tough shots. A moving target through a window, through a crowd, as he's now trying to get out. The room is in a furor. Reporters and aides and functionaries and other politicians are scrambling. There's noise. You can't hear it in there because you are all you can see is the hunt focus of this guy.
Okay.
Roll it.
Well, I hit, but not by a lot. I have 2 successes.
2 successes. All right.
Oh, wait, 3. I'm sorry, because I did burn a willpower. So
yes,
3.
you did. Yes, you did. So you have 1 left, don't you?
I have one. I mean, I'm going to be frenzying regardless of what. No matter what happens, I'm frenzying pretty much.
Okay.
So,
And
yeah.
by the way, fortunately, your initiative after the first shot, the guy behind you is doing something, but his initiative's not that good. So you go before him.
Okay.
So you're going to lose. Well, I'm going to say what he's doing is equivalent to a dodge. You're going to lose from that shot. Actually, you got 3 successes to hit him. He's going to.
Yeah.
Let's see here. 1 minute. It's going to be a high difficulty here because he can't see where the shot's coming from. So he knows it's coming through the window, but let's see. He can't see you shooting at him exactly. Okay. How's he doing on the dodge? Let's find out. You got him by 1 again. He had 2 successes. Right. So from this shot,
better damage roll.
You're going to lose from this shot 3 dice because it has to penetrate through wall to hit him, and that's a pretty sturdy building.
Okay. So there's actually no way I can take him down.
You can hit him, but you're not.
But he's going to be hurt.
1.
Yeah.
He's already down by 1. He's already down by 1, and he's in Hamid, so he's not regenerating.
I thought they actually do regenerate in Hamid form because it's not their natural form.
Do you know what his natural form is?
That's true. I don't. He could have been a human in the first place. I don't. All right.
Yeah, you don't know when this guy became a. You don't know if this guy became a Yaren natural, if he was born Yaren, or if he was made into one later, or how the Yaren are created exactly. But it was aggravated damage, so he doesn't regenerate it. But
I don't have enough to kill him, but I do have enough to knock him unconscious. I actually rolled really, really well. I got 7 successes.
7 successes.
Yep.
That's incapacitation.
Yep. Not enough to kill him.
Okay. So as President Marzetti is diving for the door, Candace, with that incredible, deeply trained focus she has, she tracks his movement across the window. She can't get the shot off before he gets through around the corner, but pops the shot off, leading the target. The frame of the window, part of the wall, are knocked away, and one of the functionaries that's there loses some meat off a forearm that was in the way, but the round strikes home. It's not center mass, or else you would be a water balloon popping. But it strikes bone. You can see exactly the result, but you hear the yelp. You see a red spray. You know you hit him. Your hunter instincts tell you that that was the right target, but you cannot see from where you are. In this red haze of your vision is getting redder and redder and redder. You do not know if he is dead or alive. And then...
And a frenzy.
Well, not quite yet, because there's an action first.
No. Okay.
Because there's the guy behind you.
He has a chance to heal. Oh, Oh, he's the guy behind me. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a janitor. It was a security guard. Yeah, it wasn't a janitor. It was a security guard.
I still feel bad for him. But I mean, he's still gonna die. Just like he's gonna at best he's gonna shoot me, and it's gonna like hurt a little. All right, here we go.
Okay.
What's he gonna do?
You know what? I'm gonna odd or even. Call odd or even.
Even.
Poor guy goes for the nightstick.
Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. I mean, honestly, it's the right thing to do. To be honest, but professionally, but it's also really stupid.
If you weren't a werewolf, it'd be the right thing to do.
Yes.
Okay, however, it's a surprise attack because you are so focused. So I'm going to give you.
I probably got a better shot at hitting me. He probably got a better shot at hitting me with a nightstick than he would with the gun.
I'm going to give him the equivalent to an ambush roll to see if I can. Give him the equivalent to an ambush roll to see if he can get an extra dice attack. Yeah, he gets 2 successes on the ambush equivalent. So that actually 3. So he actually gets +2 attack dice. All right. And that's from behind while you're covered. So that's going to be -3 difficulty to his attack. He's attack difficulty 3 with that nightstick. Let's see here. I didn't give him enough. There we go. 4 successes to hit you.
Okay, that obviously hits. And I can't dodge on the actions, so.
So his strength is 3. He has it's a tad baton. It's a nice success. +1 from that, so that's 4, and +3 for his attack success. That's 7 dice of bashing damage. Give me a soak for 4 health levels.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You soaked it all. So this is the your last conscious thought you have is you feel this nightstick descend and strike right at the base of your skull. And then everything goes white.
The only thing I'm happy about is that my weapons are dedicated, so they'll absorb into my body. That's why I don't have to leave them. But yes. So I assume, should I roll for him?
You frenzy
living through this? Yeah.
Okay, so you now frenzy.
She is more comfortable in Hispo than she is in Krynos. So
you do have the option of shifting into Hispo. You do have the option of shifting into Hispo.
Yeah, like I said, she's much more. She spends more time in Hispo. She doesn't really spend a whole lot of time in Krynos. It's just not really anything good for her. So
no, its advantages aren't really what she needs. Yeah. Okay, so she shifts into Hispo, and now her versus the security guard. Of course. The building is now a beehive, or perhaps a better term, anthill.
Yep. And I assume the delirium's going off now.
You trigger delirium. Hispo triggers delirium at effective +2 willpower. It doesn't invoke quite as much delirium as Krynos form does.
Of course, yeah. But it still does.
It does affect him. It does not send him cowering or fleeing. It does cause him to panic with hysterical strength and keep flailing, get away, and doing everything he can to desperately beat this enormous dog thing away from him with the stick. Roll initiative.
That would be.
Because we got to see how long it takes. We got to see how long it takes you to get this guy, or else there might be reinforcements. The last conscious memories the last conscious thoughts you had were the stick and Eel's voice in your ear. Candy? Okay, so give me initiative.
Yeah, 15.
15. Oh, you go first.
Yeah.
The guy goes 7.
So I assume I'm going to bite him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to spend any rage?
Oh God, I haven't actually. It's not really something I do in my character.
Well, your life
yes,
is a rate of 1.
let's spend rage for an extra action. Yeah.
No, you currently are 2 up from your normal maximum rage.
Oh, that's right.
Your rage is normally 4, correct?
Yes, it is. So it'd be 6
Okay,
now.
then you are capable of spending up to 2 in a turn.
So I will burn that 2 then. Then
Okay.
We'll take 3 actions against him.
Okay, so you use it for 3 actions?
On a bite.
Okay, so roll your first.
I don't do a whole lot of damage, so.
Yeah. So roll your dexterity is +2 in Hispo. Your bite is difficulty 5.
Yeah, and okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. Dex. Hispo. No, 7. Okay, 7 dice because I have 0 in brawl.
Okay, if this guy were in his right mind, he'd be dodging, but he's not.
Holy fucking shit. now these dice are being bad on me. It's still 2 successes, but it's not great.
Well, that'll do it. So now remember, your strength is +3, but you get an extra die from your being in Hispo.
Right.
So your strength is
And
4. You have 6.
For,
your base is 6, and then you get two more for the attack because of the attack roll. So you have 8 dice.
That's better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minus 1, so 4.
4. Okay. He gets 1 soak dice that flak through his body armor. And he soaks nothing. So he takes 4. Okay, so the man is... You've mauled him. This enormous wolf beast might not have the mass or the strength of Joseph Chases the Dream or of Anna Ever Burning, but it is mad. And it grabs hold of this man and savages his arm. And it's now kind of on top of him. And it's going for blood. He's going to desperately, with his wound penalty, he's going to go for a shot with his baton. 2 successes. He gets 5 damage dice.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I don't think she's in the right mind to actually try and dodge this. So yeah.
No, she's not gonna be able to dodge. So
and plus it's point blank. So yeah.
Right. So soak 4, but your stamina is at +3.
So that would be 8 right now. 4, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so you soak it. So his baton strikes on the snout of the beast, but only makes it matter. Roll it. Actually, you know what? Yeah, roll it.
Wow. But it's not just the online. My dice are terrible. 1 success.
1 success?
Yep.
Roll your damage. That's difficulty 5?
I put up my dice. I rolled difficulty 6. I don't even know what it was, but it was 1 success for difficulty 6. So possibly,
okay.
Maybe 1 more, but I got it.
We'll accept that.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8. But I'm rolling around in damage. That was a success on every die. So check this out. Check that out. That is a success on every die. Like 6, 9, 7, 6, 8, 9, 7, 7. 8 dice. All successes.
Oh, this poor man. He has 1 soak die.
That poor man. I don't think that matters at that point.
He got a success on that 1 die, but he was already down 4.
Yep. So that's 11 total health levels down.
He has been officially mauled. And he past tense was mauled. And that third action is going to be spent savaging him.
Yep. I don't think I need to roll that.
No.
But yeah,
there's no point.
Yeah. Just like...
All right. So then, in her Berserk Fury, on the roof, in Hispo form, having fired 2 shots, and just spent 2 turns tangling with this man. Let me see how many turns it was going to take for anybody else to arrive. Now, fortunately, from your position, any of the cops that might have been in the room with Marzetti won't have had a clear shot at you.
And also, they're probably dealing with protecting him if he's still alive, and
right.
And securing the room if he's not. So that's just kind of the way cops operate.
That's correct. All right. So nobody else is yet in view. So at this point,
so I can't see anyone.
There's no immediate targets. And so I'm going to let you roll willpower, because the situation isn't entirely calmed down yet. I'm going to let you roll willpower to see if you can end the frenzy now.
My maximum, or the
current willpower,
or like my current.
Because
I've got one die. I've got 1 die. So
at 1 die, if you can get a success on that, I'll let you make 1 rational action. The frenzy won't be quite over, but I'll let you get something.
Okay. What's the
difficulty 6?
Nope.
Okay.
That's a 2.
All right. So she takes off across the roof. She's booking it, and there's this annoying little noise in her ear from the headset. She has no idea what it is.
Did the headset come with me? Because that wasn't part of the.
That wasn't dedicated.
That was not dedicated. I don't think.
Oh, so that's right.
I would imagine
she can probably still hear it anyway.
Behind.
Yeah, you would have left Eel behind. Okay, I'm gonna check her spheres real quick.
Unless she wants to take my my suit and build in a communicator eventually, that would be kind of cool. But that's definitely more of an Eel thing than a Candace thing.
Well, the plug suit that's made for you, you guys are gonna take into the Umbra. That has that, but that's not your sniper suit.
I assume.
Yeah.
No.
That has a communication we built in. That's not this suit.
Although giving her the sniper suit to put a bunch of tech in seems like a cool idea. I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
Just that seems like a cool idea.
Absolutely.
Anyway, that's for another time.
That's for another time. Today is not that day. Let's see here. All right. She hasn't got enough dots in life to teleport you out of there remotely, unless she's with you. She's not that stupid. All right. She is reestablishing a locker location. She's scrying in to clue in her team. You hear the little noises from the headset. You don't know what that is, but you know it's annoying as you're dashing away from it. Racing across the roof. You reach the area right above. You see where with the street crossing and has that raised walkway? You reach there. And that is when 2 more security guards come of you as they round the corner and see you. You've been running for a couple turns now. If you want, you can spend a willpower point to act rationally this turn, or you're going to attack them. You are right at the intersection where there's that below you, about a floor below you, is that elevated walkway that you can see on the east side of City Hall, leading to that tower across the street.
Oof.
In your Berserk Frenzy, you're going to attack them. You can spend a willpower. This is part of the nature of Frenzy. You can spend willpower to do kind of a semi-rational action without actually ending the frenzy.
The frenzy, right?
Right, like for example, attack this guy instead of that guy, or to run off in kind of like a frenzy situation instead of attacking. To have some volition.
I'd like to flee, so I will spend my last willpower point to actually flee from the area. I don't want to be in this area. The further away I am with handguns, the less likely they are to hit me. So so last willpower.
Okay, so there are two directions she could go. There is the roof access door they just came through, or there's over the drink onto that walkway across.
I'm going to go with the... I don't want to go into the building, because that seems like a terrible idea. Let's go onto the roof. Yeah, so let's go into
jump onto the elevated way?
Onto the walkway.
That's exactly where we need to have a Hispo form werewolf. All right. Give me...
Because that doesn't even seem like it would be much of a jump.
No, it's one floor down.
Yeah,
okay. Give me a dexterity plus athletics. Standard difficulty. Okay. And don't forget the +2 for being in Hispo form.
The next jump's going to be harder. Yeah, the next jump's going to be harder, but this one is not so bad. So 3, 6, 7, 9. All right. Standard difficulty 1, 2, 3, 4. -1 is 3.
Okay. Okay, so you make the jump. You don't miss it. You don't biff it on top of the thing and fall off the edge. And you race across that walkway. And I'm going to say one of these guys has enough presence of mind to shoot. The other one does not. You're a fast-moving target. It's be a tough shot for him.
At more than standard range, I would assume, for the for a pistol.
That's a cop. He's got a shotty.
Oh.
Yeah, there are police officers on site. This guy's got a shotgun.
Fun.
But like I said, you're a fast-moving target, moving away from him.
Mm-hmm.
He misses. Takes a chunk out of the roof. And you dash across. A turn is easy money for that distance in Hispo form. That's no problem at all. So you race across that roof. And you're getting to the other end. Now, I'm guessing what she's going to do is she's going to leap through one of the windows in that building, I would think, to get out of there.
That's up to you. Because, I mean, I don't really have control over my character at this point.
That's right. So I'm going to say this is her chance to jump through that window. And if there's nobody in that room, she can finally calm down. Right now it's get clear.
You're going to roll for that, I'm guessing.
roll Dex Athletics.
Dex Athletics?
Dex Athletics, I'm going to say that's going to be difficult 4. Your equal successes to clear the height.
Okay. Difficulty 4.
Actually, wait. It's strength.
Wow, it's a shit roll.
Actually, you know what? I cited you the wrong dice pool. I cited you the wrong dice pool. Because for jumping, to get height, it's strength.
Okay, so that would
be difficulty 3. Difficulty 3, I'm going to need to see 3 successes to get height. But it's strength athletics with the running.
Athletics, right?
Yeah. Strength athletics with the running.
Okay. Difficulty 3. 5 successes.
Wait, 5, you said? Okay.
Yep. I only have a pool of 6, so
That's right.
5 was pretty good.
No, yeah. Difficulty 3 is not it's just, do you have enough successes? The question. It's not, are you going to get any?
Yep.
Okay. So Candace runs across and sees an opportunity to get away from all this anger and all this noise and the shotguns and everything else, and leaps and smashes through this window and rolls. And is that an office or is that going to be a hallway? Let's see. It's an office, but it's now around 11:30. Somebody's gone to lunch. Now she lands in this room and her breathing slows down. And she's able to come to herself again. She finds herself disoriented because how did I get here? What's her gnosis? What's her gnosis score and her willpower?
7 for willpower, but a 0 out of 7.
Okay.
And her gnosis is 5 out of.
Okay.
Her gnosis is 5 out of 6.
In that case, she does hazily have some memories of what happened while she was frenzied, because her gnosis and her willpower is high enough, and her gnosis is relatively decent. So she has some flickering memories of the frenzy, not in detail, but flashes of what exactly happened. So she has not frenzied a lot. This is not a common experience for her. It's very disorienting.
Nope.
And so, but she now and finds herself in Hamid form again.
She's actually most comfortable in Glabro, just because that's where she does her work in. So
okay, then give me a stamina primal urge. Stamina primal urge difficulty 7.
From
Hispo to
from Hispo form though, right?
From Hispo to Labro, you need difficulty 7 to go to Labro, and there's 2 successes required to make it. But stamina plus primal urge.
Okay. Where's my primal urge? I know I have something in it.
I'll double check your sheet.
Oh, there it is. 3. Okay. And
yeah, you have a pretty good primal urge, actually.
8, so 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, difficulty 7, you need 2 successes.
Oh, I have that. Yeah, I have that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 2 is 3.
Okay, so she's back in Glabro form. She's in, it looks like some kind of government office. Yeah, there's.
I assume I hear sirens at this point.
Yes, you do. And
okay,
it's some kind of government official's office, but they're not in the room. Probably went to lunch. There's smash glass everywhere. You're there in your cat suit. You're carrying, well, your rifles, I'd probably imagine it's slung over your back at this point. Although you were holding it when you frenzied, so you're probably actually holding it again.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's probably in my hands, I would assume. Like,
yeah, there's a one-eyed wolf woman standing with carrying an anti-material rifle in this garfus. What do you do?
I actually take a couple seconds to just like berate myself. Just like, what? Oh my god, I can't believe I lost control like that. I haven't frenzied since I was like 17. So, but I want to get control over my faculties, basically. So, like so I want to regain a calmness, even without willpower. I want to try and get to a calm place. Do I need to roll anything for that?
You hear sirens. You hear.
I know, but I need to be calm to shift.
Exactly.
So I basically want to take just 5 seconds to take a deep breath, and then I want to look in my mirror and try and shift to the Umbra.
Okay. So in here, the gauntlet is going to be 8. Because you are
primal urge and stamina again, right?
It's Gnosis.
Gnosis. Just straight
sideways
Gnosis?
is Gnosis. Yeah, straight Gnosis.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have no willpower to spend on this, so awesome. That's actually pretty good. 1, 2. I got 3 successes.
Okay. Well, that is enough. Because 1 success would get you across in 5 minutes. 2 successes would be a couple turns. 3 successes is an instant transit. So fortunately, even though this is the city, this is the pattern webs are thick around her. For Iron Rain, this is home. This is the urban
This
jungle.
area is home. This area is home. The courthouse is right down the street.
Yeah, it's across. Yeah, it's just down the block. It's just down the street.
Yeah.
So this is her territory. This is her hunting grounds. So despite the thickness of the gauntlet, she is familiar with these webs. And she's able to kind of quickly claw her way through the pattern web and into the shadow. And now she's standing inside a vast spiderwebby structure. It's shaped more or less like the building that she knows, but it's made of lacy, gauzy, electrified spiderweb. And what look like a cross between many-legged arachnids and possibly a clerk wearing like spiders in suits are scrambling through the webs. You see what looks like a 5-pointed star flying through the room. That's probably a law spirit, alerted by the shenanigans that were happening, whizzing through to off to where the police are. You still hear sirens outside. A quick glance out the window, you see what looks like the blinking red and blue lights of what would be the police car, but there's no car. As some sort of strange spirit whips down the street, being pursued by a line of more of those law spirits that are pursuing it. As its siren is blaring like crazy, with those stars chasing it. But now Candace is in the Umbra. There are Weaver spirits around, and they seem like they're kind of agitated, but they're not actively attacking. It's more like you dropped a book in a library. There's a bunch of these
I use
Weaver spirits.
spirit speech.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, I apologize for interrupting your I'm trying to think of a word. Give me a sec. I apologize for for upsetting the balance of this place. I will leave and allow you to restore it to balance. Forgive me.
Okay, give me a quick. That would be a charisma plus.
Okay.
I'm gonna say charisma plus subterfuge.
Okay. What do I have? Charisma. confused.
Difficulty 7.
One, 2, 3.
Okay. The lost spirit flies across that gossamer way to where the cops were, and the kind of remaining, maybe they're pattern spiders or something, or some kind of civic spirit. It's not quite clear whether they're exactly Weaver spirit or some kind of civic being. They kind of go about their business.
Okay. I will try and find an exit. I will go back to the window if it's broken, if I need to. But I want to see if I can get out through the building. If not,
here in the Umbra, the window is just basically gossamer. It has barely any substance at all.
Okay.
It's just like it's just a little gathering of web. So you just push through that.
I will go out there. Yeah. And I guess we're gonna have to jump down though, which is gonna suck. But let's jump down.
Okay, give me a soak roll. Actually, you know what? Give me a. That's a pretty good distance. That's like 4 stories, 5 stories. It's 50 feet.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, give me a soak. That's 5 holes.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, we're like right at the 4th story. So technically, it'd be like 3 stories of dropping, but yeah, that's. I'm standing on the 4th story, so yeah.
Yeah, you give me.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, 6 for Glabro.
Yeah.
7.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, it's +2 stamina, +2 in Glabro.
Yeah, so 7. Because Adrienne's blessing for at least a little bit longer.
Oh, that's right. She gave you that buff for your
4,
stamina.
5, 6. Yep. So 6 successes actually. Like seriously. Like I've only failed on 1.
So you know that moment in Underworld where she drops off the roof and lands square on her feet and walks off? That is exactly what Candace just did. Drops and is walking down the Umbral Street.
All right, I head back to where the van was, or wherever my car is, or whatever. Wherever. Actually, no, I did say I was bringing my car, so I'll walk back to where my car is then.
Okay.
Trying not to draw attention.
Trying to walk casual.
Yep.
Okay. So you traverse through the urban jungle. You see. It's bustling here. There are civic spirits flying around. You see some various. They look like little birds flying around. Little electronic birds flying through as well, whipping past. And one of them actually chirps at you, and what it chirps out. It's staticky, but you actually hear, after a moment, you hear Eagle's voice. There you are. What the F is going on?
You didn't see? I frenzied.
Of course I saw what happened, girl. Oh, sakes alive! I had to get all your kid out of there so they wouldn't be able to pull no DNA. Except from that guy.
You know what, Linda? I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you. Like, there's not words enough in the English language or any language that I know to express how amazing you are. Thank you.
I'm picturing lobster in my future.
Oh, you want lobster? You got lobster, girl. Dude, I'll take you out to Nobu and we'll get you some real seafood.
Now you're talking sugar. Oh, that big turkey y'all had in there. And don't you go losing your headset next time? things ain't cheap.
I mean, it's not like I really had control over myself at that point. I'm lucky I have Diana with me. Yeah. Do we have a? I need to go to the exfil spot. So let me head. I'm still heading in that direction.
I'll let Joseph know. I'll get him over your way as well. Want to rendezvous with you, or
obviously I want to get out of the police cordon. There's going to be police cordons because they're going to be looking for me. So I want to make sure I shift back outside of the police cordon. So if you can tell me where it is, because I obviously can't see it through the ember right now. It's not fully set up. I can kind of guess, but I don't know exactly.
I'm scanning for it right now. It looks like they're setting up about 3 block radius. They're trying to set up. So
okay,
y'all head straight south there.
I'll head south.
Yeah, head down past the LA Times.
Okay. I assume she would know exactly where that was.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. LA Times is across the street from the.
I assume it's
across this. LA Times is directly across from the graffiti pit, and so she wants you to go past that building.
Okay.
So get past there and head a couple blocks south. She tells you that there's going to be a bus stop down there. Joseph's going to pull the van around and grab you. They'll come back for your car later.
Yeah, the car. I imagine she was smart enough not to park the car within a few blocks, but at the same time,
yeah, the van is further out.
One vehicle leaving. Yeah, and yeah. So
the van is further out. She's gonna come in and exfiltrate you, and they'll worry about your car a little bit later.
Yep.
So she's
all right. So yeah, make it down to there, assuming I don't get harassed by any spirits or anything.
You managed to make it through. You know, while you caused a little bit of a commotion, this is downtown LA. There's always a commotion.
Commotions are normal.
Right.
Just.
They're not always gunfire and police officers, but there's always something going on. So, a lone Garou and Glabro is not that out of place. Now, you do get a few looks here and there from what might be Banes. Kind of lurking at the edges, but there are enough Weaver spirits and other things around that they don't seem to like their chances if they start something right now. So nothing comes for you. You make your way south, and you find the bus stop. Another one of those little birds whips by again. And it tells you, again, in a staticky version of EO voice, bus coming in 30 seconds. That's chance.
All right, let's try and shift then. No. I mean, I made it.
How many successes?
But only one success. So
one
it's
success.
Going to take some time. One.
Yeah, that takes about 30 seconds, actually. That's about what one success means. Oh, that's minutes. Okay. So it takes you about 5 minutes to claw.
Yeah, no, isn't it like
Yeah, one success is 5
minutes,
minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, all right. So she, with all the commotion, it looks like the web has been tightening up a little bit. It's like the spirit's setting up a chord.
Oh, so high difficulty?
No, I'm just saying it's
okay.
because you find it harder this time.
Okay. Okay.
Apparently, the Weaver they've noticed that something's amiss, and the gauntlet is, at least for the moment, seems like it's thicker than it was a little bit ago. You do manage to scratch your way through, and it's like that feeling when you have been hot and you plunge your face into a sink of cold water, to cool off. That that flash of it's cold, but it's refreshing. Of you stepping through the gauntlet and breaking back into the physical world again. You're next to you're next to a bus stop, and there's a wall there. There's people in the street, but you give me a wits plus subterfuge to play it off. I'm going to say difficulty. Let's see, you're carrying a Barrett, right?
Yeah, it's a big ass gun.
I'm going to call it difficulty.
So, yeah, I don't think
to see if you're able to do this without drawing too much attention to yourself.
Subterfuge, okay.
Actually, no, or larceny, if that's better. Is your larceny better?
Actually, no, I think larceny is worse for me than... No, larceny is worse for me than subterfuge. I'm a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. No, I just... it's my wits that's bad. But I did get a 9, so I got 1 success.
Okay, so that's enough to where you don't necessarily have like somebody call the cops. Somebody notices like, hey, what? Huh? What was that? As you step into the big green door slides open on the van, and as you clamber in, bringing Diana with you. And the big coppery red hand of Joseph Chases the Dream slams it shut behind you. And actually, no, it wouldn't be Joseph. He's probably behind the wheel.
Yeah, it was probably Eel. Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to say it's actually Chrissy closes the door. Eel is in her workstation still because you're in her van, which has been it's not finished, but it's already a mobile hacker cave, basically. Her physical body is there in the van. She's got her VR headset on, and her hands are in the tactile gloves. And she's sitting kind of head slumped slightly, but her fingers are twitching. And kind of going across, it looks like she's like working some kind of controls, even though there's nothing around. But she's clearly not here. Although you see like there's little like signs of like that she's doing something in the digital web.
Okay. I look over at Chrissy. Thanks, sweetheart.
I'm glad you're okay, Candy. That looked like that was pretty close.
I didn't even know how I did. Like I'm not sure whether I succeeded or not. But we're gonna have to keep an eye out. Maybe if you survived, we can do someone at the hospital. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
And then Joseph, as Chrissy scrambles to sit in the passenger seat, and you in the back with the old. Joseph pulls out from the curb, a very normal race, very carefully wends his way out of downtown and south past the towers, past all the skeletal construction that's going on, past Skid Row, and tracks across the bridge, across the concrete channel that is the Los Angeles River with its little trickle of water down the middle, past a little park, and loops in behind that decrepit but rapidly changing structure, Linda Vista Community Hospital, the home of the Eye of the Storm and of St. Elmo's Fire. He pulls around the back by the boiler room with its grimy windows, some of which are spiderwebbed or cracked or graffitied. This part of the building hasn't been touched yet. This is the part that, there's the garages are next to that. The boiler room, even walking past it, you still feel a little bit of chill. Because as Candace remembers, that is the principal haunt on site. The place of power for the wraiths that live in the old hospital. There are a couple of other smaller haunts in the building, but this is their fortress, the boiler room, next to the garages where you've brought in the van. That's where Cinder holds court, the leader of the ghosts of Linda Vista. But so you're back. And Eve herself is still kind of sitting in that position, but on her monitors, her digital face appears on that monitor, and the webcam lights on, it pops on, so you know that she can see you.
Any word on Marzetti?
You tagged him. You tagged him good. They haven't given a report yet on exactly what the damage was, but they got him out on a helicopter. He's heading to the hospital. He's gonna be landing right about now. It's funny how fast they move when it's somebody important and rich.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You or me, we'd still be bleeding on the sidewalk.
Oh yeah, for sure. Probably with people still walking past. Maybe nobody even called the cops yet.
I gotta look at him. They had an oxygen mask on him. I don't know if he's conscious. You got him pretty good, but
okay.
There's still looks like they ain't lost him.
All right. Can we get into the? I know it's probably going to take some time because hospital records. But can we get into them and see how he's holding up? And I want to know if he's regenerating or not. If he isn't, we might still have a chance to take him out. If he's regenerating, he's gonna have to disappear, which honestly would still kind of be a win. But but we need to know what's going on.
I'm working on it. I'll follow up.
Yeah, I don't expect miracles.
Your kid's
I know
in the
you're
back
good,
seat.
but they're going to be keeping an eye out on this place. So take time if you need, and thank you for that.
I'm going to call in some favors to see if we can maybe maybe Dr. Dana has something that we can spray on that rooftop to get rid of all the sweat that you shed. I got your gear, but
Jamie's not in the system, but it's because I've never been arrested, but still, and I don't plan on ever being arrested because let's be real, I'm not gonna let that happen. But
just think what it would do for your professional reputation.
Absolutely. So I don't think they'll be able to link it to me, but that doesn't mean that we should leave it there for them if we can get rid of it. Better to not have it there entirely, but yeah.
Okay.
It could have gone worse, but it would be hard.
It is a tough shot, Sugar. You know that.
At least I hit him.
Got him twice.
I know. I'm more worried about the frenzy. This day and age, you never know when somebody's going to catch something on film. I assume this video footage of a dire wolf jumping off over rooftops.
I'm looking for that. There's going to be so many things moving, so many moving parts of that one. Working on. What's priority? Tracing Marzetti or stop or keeping the lid on that. I can multitask, but we got
the last thing we need is a technocracy. Yeah. Let's keep the lid, because if we get the technocracy involved in this too, that it's just going to make things worse. So let's
you don't
let's
say.
Let's try and let's keep a lid on it. And I don't want to put Marzetti on the back burner, but if he's second priority. And you know what? Let me wash up. Let me wash up, get the little sweat off, and I'll hop on a computer with you, and we'll scrub it together.
You know, my workstations. And I got some of them handy wipes down under the seat there. You might get your face.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's got blood all over her face. It's probably not like all smeared in her. It's probably like she's probably wiped some of it away by now, but still there's like red streaks and things. Because she just mauled a man.
Yeah, poor guy. But
Actually, Chrissy says, the way I heard it said is better him than me. In her wispy little way, like this, she's kind of looking off into nowhere.
It's true. I don't like killing when it's unnecessary, but you're not wrong, Chrissy.
All right, Joseph comes back and helps carry the bear and all, lug the gear in, and Chrissy helps you clean up a little. Want to change clothes? Are you anything else you need to change? Or you need a bite to eat or anything?
Food would be good. I haven't eaten in 12 hours. Well, I haven't eaten food in 12 hours. I probably ate something a little earlier, but definitely not enough to fill up on.
Like granola bars or something.
We shouldn't be eating that anyway.
Yeah, probably protein bars.
Oh no, I meant like she straight up took a bite out of that guy.
Yeah, you didn't eat any of that. You just.
I assume. Okay, good. So then, no, I haven't eaten anything other than like she probably did have a protein bar, but you can't drink on something like that. Like there's no liquid, so water would be good.
Okay.
Water, food, and I have clothes here, but thank you.
Okay. The ghostly looking child flitters off into the hospital. She knows what to do and where to go. So she slings you a couple of cold water bottles from the cooler first, but then she flitters off to get you some actual food. And Joseph has been kind of helping. He's been double checking everything in the car, and he looks over and is like, "It's happened to all of us, Candace."
It doesn't happen to me very often, but thank you.
You held for what it's worth. You held together for a while as we're starting to lose it. That was pretty impressive.
It took a lot out of me. I'm I need to sleep for about a week. But
Joseph puts his hands through his fingers through his raven black hair. He's like, yeah, it's always exhausting. It's like there's like this ache in your teeth after that. He says, "Want me to?"
I did jump off a building.
Says, that's a pretty decent move. Want me to rush down to get it laundered?
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry. Go on,
Joseph says, "You want me to run your stuff off to the laundry?"
Let me
I hate to say it, but we got. Okay, he says, we've got wolf noses here, so.
You know what? Yeah. She just strips because nudity's not really a big deal for her. So, she does have underwear on, but maybe you know what? These need to go too. She just strips nude.
Yeah, there's
no workers on site, are there?
No. Oh, you guys were in the garage. You're in the van in the garage. You have the sliding doors open, but you're in there. And they've got some some spare sweats or something if you want.
Yeah.
Eel keeps a duffel that has various things. She has a duffel of guns in there. She has a duffel that has some of her own change of clothes. So she's got like a white tank top and a pair of sweatpants. You want them. You and she aren't quite the same size.
My own stuff. No, she's a bit smaller, if I recall correctly.
She's a little shorter. She's a little shorter, little skinnier, a little bigger in the chest, but a tank top and
Candace just looks a little busty. Candace just looks a little busty. Just because it'd be tight. Right.
Actually, well, they're both pretty chest, but anyway, so you're there at the workstation next to her, and you can tell that she's been. There are monitors and things happening. There's all kinds of stuff going on. So even though she's just sitting there with her hands kind of twitching, she's still clearly working that workstation. There's a couple workstations there, but there is one next to her that's open.
I'll actually I'll hit the shower first, and then I'll actually do that.
Okay.
But she's not going to spend a ton of the time in the shower. Just like a couple minutes there.
No, the quick rinse off,
and then get out.
Because the shower in the outbuilding in the apartment building across the lot are working. So I see pop over there over kind of where Anna has been trying to make that area habitable. Because a couple of those are working right now.
As I walk through, is Anna there?
Anna is not on site at the moment, or at least she's not over here. She's probably somewhere. She's probably somewhere on the property, but she's usually doing security sweeps or double checking, make sure planning to the defenses of the base or drilling with her clave or something.
I'm planning on yelling at something at her, but if she's not there, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to seek her out to say it.
Got it. Yeah, she's not immediately in sight when you head over across to that building.
When I do see her next, I will say, "You're right. I should have taken you."
She's gonna agree. Actually, she's probably gonna say you should learn how to use a clave.
Well, I mean, of course she will. But I mean, at the same time, she's kind of one of those people who I think would like hearing that she's correct.
Yeah. She would.
Just like the kind of vibe I get off of her.
So do I hear the words silver fang? Okay.
Once I'm clean, though, I will go back to the station and start trying to clean up this mess.
Okay. So when you get there, when you get back to the van, Eel is still right where she was when you left her. Her daughter is now back and has got a couple contain like a takeout container that some of the ones they keep in the kitchen, and it has some looks like some leftover soul food. Looks like Eel was doing some cooking earlier and was in the mood for some puppies and some fried chicken. Apparently, she figured folks would want some protein and carbs today. After the kind of night you had.
You're a peach.
Why, thank
and
you.
Eel, this looks amazing.
Save some for me. Says the digital face on the monitor.
I think she just brought me a plate. I think there's probably still plenty.
Yeah.
You didn't bring me everything, did you, Chrissy?
I brought some from my mama too. She says while she's chewing on a hush puppy.
She immediately starts logging into her hacker stuff and starts getting to work and while eating.
As one does. I'm going to make a couple quick rolls to see what Eel's been able to do while you've been gone. Let's see. She has a very nice pool for this.
Yes, she does. Mine's good.
Oh, yours is good.
Hers is better. Just like
yours is very good. But hers is in fact better. Holy smokes. Her specialty didn't actually come up because her dice were mostly 5s and 6s. But she came up with 6 successes all the same. Okay. I'm going to follow up on that. Gosh, she's going to take a little bit time. Okay. Two dice rolls, 12 successes. That'll
sounds like she was able to stop.
It took work, but she was able to delete some phones and things. A little bit of correspondence forces and entropy. Was able to trace down any of the trace down anything that picked you up, and then to use a combination of mystical and conventional techniques to purge anything that didn't need to be out there. Yeah, she tends to roll back and forth between computer and intelligence and then arete on doing stuff. So she feels that she was able to pretty well put the kibosh on that. She does say that she did actually, there was something that made it onto YouTube, but only got about 3 views before she got it, before the original user did it.
It's not too bad.
She's still working on make sure there's nothing else out there because there were so many potential. There was a security camera log she had to wipe. And she had to get anyway. So there were a couple of those logs she had to hit. Those are not easy, but she knows what to do. But that's about what she's been able to do while you've been gone. She hasn't really, because there were so many variables, she had to focus on so many that she didn't really get to do anything with Marzetti.
All right. Then if she's working on that, it sounds like she has it pretty much under control.
Trying to do. Are you first going to try to do like a standard
first thing I want to do is I want to
like
sneak in the back door. Yes. But first thing I want his records. I want to know exactly how he's doing.
Okay.
And what condition he's in.
Are you going straight for the hospital? Or are you looking forward to
we can figure something else out if that's it.
So are you going for the hospital first? Or are you looking for like news reports, or what do you look?
I'm going for the hospital.
Okay.
I'm going for the hospital. I want to actually hack the hospital system to actually check the medical. I will, but they may not be on the same system, and I understand that.
Okay, let's see here. So you're trying to backdoor in. On that system, that's going to be a little tricky, but it can be done.
Yep, medical. Yep.
Medical, yeah. So you're looking at difficulty 8 for that one. Although I believe you might have a bonus. Anything for computer rolls from any of your...
Plug and play less a day.
What? Do you have any
plug and
buffs?
play less a day, so it's still going.
Okay. You don't have LOS to any of those. You don't have LOS to any of those systems, but
no, I don't. Which is why I wanted to get security. That's why I wanted to get into security if I could.
But you know what? Under the circumstances,
I could probably try backdooring it through security.
But you know what? As you're trying to figure that one out, you do hear the ghostly voice of the woman in the computer. We could always try the Oregon move.
Which one? We did a lot in Oregon.
where we bounce that there spiritual signal off the satellites, baby. Get you in that way.
Oh, yeah, we could do that. Like straight up with the magic hack. I mean, if you have the time, you seem kind of busy at the moment. That's what I was trying to get myself.
Block on, but I can't do much to focus on, but I can get you in the door. Just to get you in the system. There's still plenty to...
I will take that.
One sec. I'll do that. I'll get you a connection as if you were in person. One sec. Okay, so that's going to be correspondence 2, forces 2, and it'll just be correspondence 2, forces 2. And no, correspondence 2, forces 2, spirit 2 as well, and also prime 1. She has all those spheres. One second. I'm looking for the sympathetic connection. You tried to kill Mazzetti today. You guys have been tracking him for a while, so I'm going to say that's 3 successes for the kind of sympathetic connections have to him. Okay. It's probably going to be an extended roll. So that's going to be difficulty.
Fair enough.
Her insidious resonance plays a part into that as well. So that'll be difficulty 4. Okay, that's one roll. Let's see here. Spends a willpower. And okay, yeah. What she's able to do is, with your plug and play, the trick is you generally have to be able to have some sort of sensory connection with the thing in order to be able to use your device on it. But what she's able to do is, to essentially triangulate the location of the hospital and then essentially virtually bounce your signal off the skies and down to basically bounce off as if you were there to get your signal there as if you're on site. Fair to you. It's just letting you connect your gift to a site that you're not physically at. It takes her several minutes of setup to going with the right satellite with the to make you get a fix which hospital it was again, etc. But she does have the setup go, and one of those digital electronic talons rises and says, "You're on in 3, 2, and 1. You had connection."
You're incredible, Eel. You really are. All right, so I'm rolling.
I love when you tell me that.
Computers.
Okay, so yeah, you activated plug and play, and so that would be now that you're in connecting to it. Yeah, bit intelligence in computers. That's a difficulty 7 at this point.
Still 8?
7.
7? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Minus 2 is 2.
You got a couple ones?
Yeah.
Okay. You're able to quickly establish that which hospital he's in. I'm double checking which one that is now that you mention it. Hospital. He's going to be at LA Downtown Medical Center.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not getting good SAM. He'll be in LA Downtown. All right. Yeah, it's close to good SAM, but they'll get him there.
And they'll probably transfer him to something like Cedar Sinai eventually, but
Yeah, but they're trying to stabilize him, and that's the closest.
Yeah, they're trying to keep him alive right now, and that's
you are able to establish that he is in fact at LA Downtown, and they actually have him in intensive care. Actually, I would say he's actually probably in a surgical theater right now, trying to extract the bullet fragments.
Okay.
So he is in surgery right now. You don't yet know.
Is the surgery theater connected?
You don't know which surgery theater he's in, but you know that he's in one of them. So because you got 2 successes, so I give you 2 data points. He's in that hospital. He's in surgery.
But I don't have enough to tell what condition or anything like that.
You know he's in surgery. But yeah, you have not yet been able to find further information.
Okay.
He's probably not conscious. Given that if he was conscious, they probably sedated him.
All right. I'm gonna keep working. I assume it's gonna take hours though to keep going. So.
Yeah, that was probably a good hour's work right there. So you can.
Hey, hacking a medical system still impressive.
Yeah. Well, it would have been longer, but you got that back door. Well, that cheaty back door. It ain't cheating if you do it right.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, sugar. All right, so.
But yeah, she'll spend hours at this trying to find knowledge and see if she can find a theater and see if the theater has a camera. Because if she can see a camera, she can affect the surgery.
You what?
So, but honestly, you know what? Finding the theater is priority number 1, and seeing if there's if it is an actual monitor camera theater. Some of them are, and I know some of them aren't. It just depends on.
Correct. And
itself.
LA Downtown is not the fanciest hospital down there. Good damn header facilities.
Doesn't mean they don't have.
Right. So
they record for learning purposes, though.
Right.
So.
Right. So how about this? Give me another roll. You're going to need 3 or more successes.
Okay.
Your dice pool, that should be doable.
It's totally doable. It's just my dice have not been falling well tonight.
Yeah, because it's now been a couple hours. You're going to get 1 more roll before they get him out of surgery.
That's 4 successes.
And what's that?
5 minus 1.
4. Okay, that's good enough.
5 minus 1, so 4 successes.
Yeah, that's a set. So with 4 successes, you were able to establish which specific surgical theater he's in. And you're also able to verify that there is, in fact, a camera in that room.
Okay, I want to try to connect to it.
Okay.
That may need more from EO, but it's been a few hours, so hopefully she's okay.
So what do you say to her? She's been mostly.
Linda?
She has not yet emerged from the web. She's been in the digital web all day at this point. But she talked to you anyway because she's Linda, right there.
Yeah. I assume we've been chit chatting at this whole time. So
yeah.
Linda, I found the room that he's in. Do you have the ability to connect me to the camera that's in it?
Let me see what you got.
If you don't, that's fine.
Let me see what you got.
And I fling the information over to her monitors.
Yeah, you can see her wheel over, like you can see her digital avatar wheel over another what looks like a monitor. It's not physical, but it's like a glowing rectangle from off to the side as she slides it over. I see what you got. Let's see. Tracing the connections. Looks like y'all gonna need it's online right now.
It's online or offline?
It ain't connected to the internet, but it's connected. The looks like they got.
I don't need it to be connected to the internet. I need to see through it so I can get line of sight.
Let's make it happen. You want me to get your phone in there?
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Let's see if I can do it. There ain't a whole lot of.
I'll hold anything against you if you can.
Yeah, there ain't a whole lot of wireless connectivity in there.
It doesn't need to be wireless. I can connect to any device. I just need to be able to connect to it. If you can connect me to it, my ability does not need wireless capabilities. I can connect to almost any machine. I just need to be able to see that machine to do it, and I can't do that.
Okay. Looks like they're starting to finish up. We better hurry. Okay, I'm rolling right now. I need 3 successes for her. So let's see what rolls look like. I'm seeing 2. She has one more shot before they come out of there. To give you time to do anything. She's working on it. And yes, she gets the connection. They're starting to stitch back up again. They close them up. But
okay.
I got your connection.
What machines are connected to him currently?
What's that? They've got, of course.
I want to know what machines are connected. Yeah.
Okay. It says you've got connection there. It's in there now.
Wait.
Okay. So see, they would have, because they've got the, they're running all the what do you call it, diagnostics on him right now. They got things checking his heart rate. He'd not appear to be on a. It appears you did not hit the heart. They do have him at the moment on a respirator because they had to put him.
Is he on a respirator?
Yeah, they had to. They put him under. They had to put him under deep enough that he's not breathing. That they had to shut his breathing off. So they have the respirator on for him.
Okay.
They do not. What
I would like to do.
There's nothing on the heart,
Yeah, other than like a monitor, right?
Right. They're monitoring, but they're not having to artificially run his heart.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The respirator should be good.
Yeah.
What I'd like to do is turn off the alarm for the respirator, and turn off and I want to basically make the heart monitor look as if it's stable constantly. I don't want it to actually be monitoring his heart. I want it to sound like it's monitoring his heart.
Okay.
So I'm going to do multiple machines here. And then finally, I want to shut off the respirator.
Okay. So you're going to have...
So he's just going to stop breathing, and they're not going to notice for a second. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to have a short amount of time to do this. So I know. It's equivalent to 2 turns. So what you might need to do, because the heart monitor and the other alarm are separate, so you're going to need to split your dice pools, because that's going to be equivalent to 2 actions. In the window, you normally would have taken time to do 1. So
I have a better idea. I'm not going to mess with the heart monitor. I'm just going to turn off the respirator so they pull in a crash cart.
Okay.
Okay.
In that
I'm just going to turn off the respirator.
You strip the respirator, not even going to turn off the alarm?
Nope. I want the alarm to go off. I want them to pull in a crash cart.
Okay. Roll it. Difficulty 7.
What am I
Difficulty 6. Yeah. Computer intelligence and computers. Difficulty 6.
2, 4, 6.
That should be no problem for you. So all you gotta do is turn it off.
1, 2, 3, 4 minus 1, so 3.
Yeah, like I said, all you're doing is turning the thing off. That's not a complex operation.
Yep. And I'm not letting it turn back on. So they're not. So they can't. Yeah, they have to unintubate him, and everything. So.
Okay. So you now describe to me what you're expecting.
What I would like him. Basically, So because he is actually on a respirator, he can't breathe without it right now.
Correct.
So they have to unintubate him so they can actually start with the pumping of the actual oxygen, which is going to take at least a minute or 2, and it's very likely his heart will stop in that amount of time. Okay. With that, they should bring in defibrillators. Yes. When the defibrillators come in, I want to supercharge them.
That's so cool. I love it.
So that is what I want to do. I want the doctors to kill him. So just because he should survive. What I'm doing to him is technically survivable. It's completely survivable until the defibrillators are supercharged.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have doctors make a roll. Difficulty pretty high, 7. Okay. Difficulty 7 on their part. And they're going to need a couple successes for the first action. Interesting. So they are scrambling. This isn't Good Sam. This isn't Cedars.
Okay.
So they're scrambling. They're not going as fast as they should. I'm going to give him a stamina roll to see if he takes another point of damage. Pass it. Okay. So he doesn't expire on the spot. So while they're scrambling, they're not able to stabilize him immediately. You know, they're working on. You know, they're deintubating him. They're trying to get him breathing again. And then here comes the guy with the rubbing it together, getting ready to go in with the defibrillators.
All right. So I need to charge this. So all right. So I assume same roll, but successes.
Yes. So we're effectively trying to treat this as an attack roll.
Yes. which is probably a new thing for you, using computers to attack somebody.
Yes, it's intelligence plus computers is an attack roll.
All right, here we go. Oh, that is really, really, really good. Okay.
Difficulty 7.
I got 3 10s. Yeah, and I did get a 1, I will admit, but I got 3 10s and 2 9s. So that is
Nice.
6, 8.
Okay.
My 1 is 7.
7, okay.
7 successes.
All right. So this is kind of equivalent to tasing a guy, but right at the heart. Now, a taser like that would normally do 2 to 3 dice. So I'm going to say... Two dice, add your extras plus the first one.
Okay, so 7, so it'd be 6 extra dice, so 8 dice?
It'll give me 8 dice. It's technically bashing damage.
But if he hasn't healed yet, he's in his non-healing form, so...
Correct.
Half. I need to do 2 levels, right? 2. Hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 1 is 4. So 2 health levels.
Okay, rolling for soak. Okay, he takes 1.
Soak,
but that triggers his rage. Because if you go past incapacitated.
Yep. Does he actually make his rage, though? That's the question.
That's what we're going to find out.
Real question. I'm about to kill these doctors, one way or the other, so...
He at difficulty 8, he does get successes on his rage roll. So this man...
Shit.
Claire! And when his body, like it's like when you when you electrocute a frog, all the limbs go out, but then he explodes into this massive gorilla beast form. His forearm goes across that doctor's face and flings him backwards, 6 feet onto his back, right into a nurse. And then the room just descends mayhem. About 3 seconds later, the camera is out of commission. The thing it's on got knocked over.
Okay. I'm gonna do something really messed up, and it's probably gonna end up killing more people, but probably less in the long run. I'm going to trigger the security alert from the computer that I was in before, so that in that room, so that the police and the security forces for the hospital head to that room.
Okay.
Sooner rather than later, because it's only going to take a couple bullets, hopefully, but they're gonna, and hopefully the delirium doesn't completely. Of course, we don't even know if the delirium is triggered by them. So
you sure heard me screaming.
We'll see.
Roll it.
All right, 1 second.
And you do
sorry,
hear
I had to
Eel.
do something.
Yeah, you do hear Eel vehemently swearing behind you.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, not how I wanted to go either.
You hear her say,
hopefully these police can actually take care of this.
You hear her say, "I'm still in that camera log."
4 successes.
Okay. The security alert goes on. You hear the klaxons. So the camera isn't broken, but it's pointing like, the table got knocked over. It's pointing into a corner. You can't see directly what's going on. You do see a, looks like a nurse's arm lying across the view of the camera with blood on it. You do see the lights got knocked. It's flaring in there. You do hear screams and tearing and swearing and incoherent sounds and roars. Then there are flashes and gunfire. And then the room goes quiet, other than weeping and groans of pain. And holy crap, what just happened? And somebody turns off.
I don't feel good about this one, Linda.
And somebody turns off the camera.
I don't feel good about this one at all.
Me neither. Downloading the camera history. Deleting it. Off their mainframe.
I'm erasing my presence in their computers as well.
I hear the.
Throw it.
As you go and do that, there's a convenient trash can just outside the side of the van. You do hear Eel's voice in a low drone as she's reiterating what she's hearing via the security band, which she's tapped into. Officers inside. Weapons fired. Officer involved shooting. Four fatalities. One of the doctors and one of the nurses in critical condition. Michael Marzetti's dead. They're wheeling him out now. They can't figure out how he went berserk like that when they defibrillated him. But he's gone. That's what she's more or less able to make out in between heaves.
It was a high cost. I think I'm not proud of this one at all, but I do think the cost was worth getting him out of his position.
Sugar. We had a worm monster created by Pentex running a third of the city government. Directly. Or semi-directly.
Oh, I know. And I know that it's just hard to reconcile that with when you're actually looking at the bodies.
Yeah, I know.
I know what we did was probably the correct thing to do, but it's hard. It's just hard.
This ain't like when we took out NDL.
No.
This ain't like them MFs that was experimenting on my baby.
No, definitely no. This is
innocent
doctors.
They're nurses.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? You're the one who always says,
no, it cannot. And now, I think I'm going to dip into my reserve. Would you like a glass?
I'd like to. She gives a gallows chuckle.
That can be arranged.
And then she says, logging off. And the screen that's showing digital web self, you can see her hand go up across and do like a wipe. And that window blanks out. And then she kind of sits upright again and takes her headset. Whatever else happened today, Candy. We got him.
We got him.
An ugly win is still a win.
Even one with this cost, it is.
She reaches out a hand as you're pouring the glass. Says, some days I love my job. This ain't one of them.
Nope. And she takes a big sip of her glass.
Yeah. And I think that is the official end of Dunn's story.